Hello, everyone. This is Jay from Tiny Wonderland, and this is not your normal intro to a Tiny Wonderland episode. And the reason for that is because the intro corrupted when I was filming it, and although I tried to retrieve it several times, I was not successful in doing so. This is a full disclaimer that the following episode may contain content unsuitable for young individuals, as well as things that generally wouldn't be considered PC for the general public. This is a completely uncensored interview, and honestly, I wish more people in the world were like the man we're about to meet. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
We're going in a hole, hang on! Okay. That's okay, we're in a hole. It's okay, it's okay. Okay, that was a lot quicker than I thought it was. We are cooking up some bird's eye. Looks pretty good so far. Should be a few minutes before this is really good. We can't go with chains without a jump dragger up the hill. We'll worry about chains later. We call this a CTC, which stands for cargo trailer conversion, or cargo trailer camper, or cargo trailer crap, whatever you want to call it. It has all kinds of names. In case you're wondering what 4-week-old poop looks like after it's been chemically treated, and there's your answer. A mom to 17 children, I would have thought you might have had like 30 of those cards.
Oh, this is just for 2 days?
Hello everyone, welcome to Tiny Wonderland. I'm your host Jay, and today we are going to be visiting with Zach. Hey Zach.
Hey Jay.
How are you? And this is Jemma, right? Oh, Jemma the dog. Gemma's a
puppy.
Gemma's a puppy. How old is Jemma?
Gemma's 2.
That's a puppy, huh? She's a puppy.
You were licking him on the...
I know. You told me that she has a... all right, it's fine. I don't want to lose my hand. I get it. And Zach, when I say what is your bus called, I mean no offense. When I look at your bus, the very first thing I think of is one of those old like Pullman train cars. Because this is what's your lift on this?
23 inches.
Okay, so you have a 23-inch roof raise.
I was planning 18.
Is there anything on a roof raise of that height that would change from something like, say, 6 inches? Does it really matter the height besides, of course,
Metal.
safety? Metal.
The metal on the exterior wall.
But the procedure will always be the same.
Yeah.
So a 2-inch raise or 23-inch raise is the same thing.
Distance.
Just
and
height.
Amount of welding wire you end up with, a couple more rivets, but the overall... The hardest part about doing a raise, in my opinion, is all the prep work, figuring out where to cut so you do the least amount of damage.
Okay.
And then making sure you can put it back together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The longest point during the roof raise is figuring out where to cut it off from right there usually. That's the biggest headache, is where the entry door is.
Okay.
But
Because you got to raise that up.
you got to figure out how to raise it up.
Okay.
Once you've done a few raises though, but that's always the biggest struggle spot, is the windshield and either side of the windshield.
Was that door originally on the bus?
It was that was the rear door.
There was the rear door, okay. And the front door obviously is gone.
The stairs away.
Okay.
They're
then
a waste of space.
okay, I get what you're saying. So, and that's where you ended up putting the mini switch now.
Yeah.
So
I've been re-engineering that because the Cooper and Hunters, there's a little bit different footprint than the freaking Pioneers are. They're an inch wider and an inch longer, which is stupid. Whatever.
So I hear with a roof raise that insurance companies generally, if they find out about them on a bus, they won't.
Pictures of mine.
Oh, and they insured it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's someone here actually
reason-
said that an insurance company won't allow the raise.
They are cutting down, but I was actually running a business license. I had $2.6 million of liability on me.
Okay.
When I built my bus.
Right.
And when I was running my business, Skoolie Shop J, Florida, I had a lot of insurance on that just because people get hurt.
Okay.
And I didn't have the cool liability waiver, so I just carried a bunch of insurance.
That works, right? So
Saves me in the long run, saves me legalities. I already had a lawyer on staff. That way, if anybody ever said, well, this, that, and the other, I'm like, well, here.
right.
Yeah.
And so the Ranger is basically your like all around town vehicle.
It's the all-around town vehicle. I've got the spade. I used to have a 600-pound DL 1000. It was a 1,000cc motorcycle.
Okay.
The insurance to keep, comprehensive and all on it would have been, pretty high.
Yeah.
And I don't ride it enough to justify it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I went ahead and I bought that thing. I traded my big 1,000cc motorcycle for that 150cc thing.
Quite a step down, Zach.
It's my 26th motorcycle. It's this just for being a pit bike, really, for having something when you go to Skoolie events to just go cruise around. I'm gonna put a basket on the back. She kind of sort of understands to ride on a motorcycle. She used to jump on the seat of the other one.
Jemma?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I can put a basket on there, maybe she and I can, the bigger events like Skoolie Swarm,
Yeah.
Skoolie Up, and things like that, I can use that. But I've also got my crazy wheeled skateboards.
Okay, yeah, we'll go check those out.
One of them's right there. Brett was riding it earlier.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I've never ever been on one of these things. I've 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, 6 wheels, but 1 wheel.
I always said that if they could make a skateboard that would go off-road,
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
That will go off road?
Yeah.
Like,
You anywhere a mountain bike can go, you can go with that thing if you're stupid enough.
okay, because I've seen videos of that on their One Wheel site where it shows them in the dunes, and I'm like, that's got to be marketing. They can't really do all
Sand
that.
is kind of a struggle. You have to use technique for sand.
Yeah.
You have to use technique for pine straw. Pine straw is a bitch because it's real slippery.
That's this stuff on the, well, not here, but yeah.
But sand, you got to keep even speed. You can't accelerate in sand. So whatever speed you entered the sand, you kind of have to stay at that speed. Otherwise, it'll sink. And you kind of have to be light on your feet to keep it going in sand.
I know with bikes, they say the faster you go on loose substrate, the stabler you get, which never made sense to me, but that's what they say.
It probably holds true, but that thing only goes so fast. And when it reaches its top speed, it's an electronic device, man.
Yeah.
When it's done,
Yeah.
it has a tendency to drop the nose hard.
Oh.
So when if you exceed the motor's capabilities and it fails and it throws you off, it's your own damn fault.
And those are controlled by by phones, right?
No,
Oh, I thought they were controlled by an app.
that's control. Well, you can see yourself moving on an app, but that thing's controlled by whichever way you put your hips.
Oh. So it's motion controlled. I thought they were controlled by an app that made them go.
That's controlled by where you lean.
Jemma, is this your spot?
It's the trunk.
Hi there. All right. Okay. All right.
Why are you being?
Jemma's actually.
Why are you?
That doesn't bother me.
She knows you have a camera on.
If you're looking for a reaction, it's not gonna work with me. Oh, look at this. She gives him love and she gives me shade. She gives me shade.
Because you're not loving on her. Since
Hey, loving. She growling at me.
But since you're running the camera, since you're not playing.
Are you boxing? She's boxing with me, huh?
She's mad because you won't play with her. That's essentially.
It's okay. I can't play with you when you're on a leash. Oh, look at her.
She's flying.
So,
Walk with me. We'll get her to chill out.
yeah. So
Run out of rope.
I'm coming this way. So you just installed that.
I built the sled before. I just cut the bolts off, moved the bolts, added some length on the back, and put it back together. It was just kind of a retro fit.
So you already knew it was going there.
I knew it was going there, and I knew that the Hunter and Cooper and the Pioneer were probably going to have different footprints, and they did.
It's a massive bus. What is the name of your bus?
Already Lost Skoolie.
Already Lost Skoolie. Okay. All
So
right.
most of the business stuff I do out of it is already lost stuff.
So, like, if people want to find you on social media, hi, Jemma.
Jim,
People want to find you on social media, they
more
would.
mad at me now than you.
Yeah. Hi, Jemma. They would find you on, like, through Already Lost.
Yeah, Already
Okay.
Lost Skoolie.
Oh, there it is.
I have it on Facebook, Instagram, and then I'm trying to change my shop page to that name. I'm waiting on Facebook to do that.
Yeah, whenever they get around to doing
You know,
it, right?
6 months from now,
I don't know about that long.
I hope sooner than that.
Holy cow. Sunshiny's got some massive. Are those cinder blocks?
Cinder block steps, bro.
Wow, that's going to be a heavy step to move.
She's motivated.
Shit, pick that baby up. Ooh, put that into the bus.
Those ones are...
That's what put my back
Can't very much that way.
tailspin for a week.
Dude, you should have told us. We would have moved those.
Exercising, man.
All right, so what? Tell us about the bus. Is it a 19?
It's a 1994 DT466P. Originally, it had a DT408 in it from the manufacturer. The school system sold it to a prison system. The prison system, I'm assuming, did the motor swap to the bigger motor.
Okay.
It's got the 466P, which is the P differentiates the 466 mechanicals. The P has the Bosch turbo and the Bosch fuel pump.
Okay.
So it's got a little bit nicer fuel pump setup, and I didn't know this until I had it. And a little bit nicer turbo. At this point in life, they're mediocre, but they do better than the 90s DT466 non-P stroke motors.
When you got it from the prison system?
I bought it from a gentleman named Pops.
Okay. Did he get it from the prison system?
I don't know where the hell he got it.
When you got it, were there chains and cages in it, or?
When I got it, there were materials and stuff in it. I think when Pops got it, it had seats and stuff in it.
Okay.
He pulled the seats in the floor, and then he put materials in. I can show you stuff interior.
Yeah.
That is wood that he left. Like all my flooring and all my hatches that open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inside. Those are all bleacher wood that Pops left me inside the bus.
Oh, and then you just customized into it.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
customized it. And he's followed this page longer than anybody else has, because the bus started with him and he wanted to do an RV conversion, and then circumstances changed. He's been one of my followers since the beginning.
What was what's your top speed on the Already Lost Skoolie?
I got up to 72 on the way here. That was actually, and that was on flat surface. That wasn't like going downhill or anything. It does have the AT545 in it, but this motor is a fresh rebuild.
Okay.
I just paid a fortune. And I've rebuilt this
Yes.
motor. I'm not the smart one, people. Don't follow my lead on this part. I've rebuilt this motor twice.
Okay.
The first guy that rebuilt it didn't change the air filter, and I didn't know it.
Okay.
I assumed he would have. I drove it. I sand washed the motor. So I'm into this rebuild twice.
Wow.
Two rebuild kits for DT466, which is sleeve motor, and 2 mechanics doing work on it. 1 air filter. She runs really good now.
What's your fuel capacity?
65 gallons.
Wow.
I hope to be 100 gallons at
Okay.
some point with a side tank.
Okay. Like an auxiliary?
Yeah, I had to leave it in Florida because I didn't have enough room.
Okay.
But I'm going to try and pick it up before Swarm, because Aaron Johansson's probably going to help me weld it the way I want it.
Aaron Johansson. I don't know why that name sounds familiar.
North Star Journey.
Oh, I don't know. I just...
Okay.
I noticed that some of your friends have been friending me on Facebook. I haven't actually confirmed any of their requests,
I've dropped your name on there.
Okay.
That we were going to do this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm very careful who I friend on my personal page, so I screen them. But I noticed your tag is a mutual friend. I don't recognize their names.
Anybody who would come talk to you in the last few days is because they saw a post I made, probably.
Cool. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Like I said. So I'm understanding that so all these windows were put in custom, right?
I did all of those.
Is there a specific reason why they kind of look like they're kind of going up, like big, little, or did you just...
I didn't want to cut into very many hat channels. It made me... Like, there's a hat channel here and a hat channel here. I didn't have to disturb a hat channel.
What's a hat channel?
That's the arches that hold your bus together.
Okay.
So basically these buses are built with a hat channel, and the hat channel basically encompasses the bus. Anywhere you see a rivet run,
Yes.
like a length of rivet,
Yeah.
that's hat channel, and that hat channel runs.
So you cut into one here.
Yeah, I didn't like to.
Yeah,
I built a frame out of 1-inch tubing on the inside. You can still see a lot of it is exposed because I haven't figured out what the hell I want to do.
Okay.
And then in between, and this one sits in between hat channels, so I didn't have to damage the bus. I wanted it to be, my structural integrity to be as strong as possible.
What's the? Oh, of course.
Or a hammock.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're on there in a hat channel.
What do you store underneath your bus? Like what's?
I used to have batteries.
Holy moly, he's got everything.
Most of my roof ray shit is in there.
And this is to start your bus right here, right?
Yeah, those are the bus batteries.
Okay. This takes 2.
It used to have a box here.
Yes, most of them
This
do.
box wouldn't fit here.
Right.
So if the battery box is back there, it still holds a battery
Right.
for the wheelchair lift.
Almost every bus I've ever seen has a battery box. So.
I just moved it. It was a good box. It wasn't rusted out. It was square. It had a door on it. I just moved it.
What
And
is?
then the other side, my generator and my propane tanks are generally on, but the generator's under the bus right now because I was using it earlier to weld.
I gotcha. So Zach, you keep mentioning welding and working on the bus, and yet we're here at the homestead, and yet I never see you at the shop except to say hi every so often. So I guess you're probably going to show us next why you don't need to be getting any tools, right? I mean,
I don't need anything.
your setup.
I need water occasionally, and soon once my solar's on the roof, I'll only need water.
And here's your shore power, and you're not even plugged in.
It's kind of, once my solar goes up, that's irrelevant.
Tell us about your solar a little bit. I know you've told us off camera. That's pretty.
I'm covering the entire top of the bus with over 3,000 watts of solar. The only thing running into that is the 2 max air fans that I put up there with. I should have planned those a little better. I could have fit a whole nother panel. But oh well.